Sorry, what was that, mate? Episode 15 of the Danger Club podcast. That's right, episode 15 of the Danger Club podcast. Woo, woo, woo. This is Colin. I play MZ, and a couple of things to say to you, right? One, go to Facebook, go to Twitter, go to Instagram, go and say hello to us. That'd be great if we connect. Other thing, go to iTunes and leave us a review. That's the only way this podcast will grow. You probably got your phone in your hand now, so don't think, oh yeah, I'll do it tomorrow, or yeah, I'll do it later or something. No, do it now. Do you know what I mean? Whether you're on a plane, whether you're on the train, going to work, whatever, mate. Do you know what I mean? You're on the toilet. You've got your phone in your hand, right? You might as well just leave us a review right now. Go to iTunes, go and do that, and we will shout you out on the podcast. We'll go, thanks to you for doing that. What else? Oh yeah, we are going to Comic-Con in London in October. So if you're going to Comic-Con in London in October on the Saturday, right, come over and say hello. Now the thing is about that is we are going to be walking around, and some of us are going to be dressed as our characters. We haven't got any artwork or anything of what our characters look like, so you might just see 6 blokes walking around and you think to yourself, who are they? What have they come as? Do you know what? That's the Danger Club podcast.
Previously on the Danger Club podcast.
Caragor, wait!
Oh, every time you touch him, more stuff comes out. Oh, God.
Better out than in.
These two were murdered.
I mean, how do you tell someone their parents have been murdered? Oh, well, I'll leave it to you.
We've got this house surrounded.
I mean, we've got a dwarf outside.
Filled in. Late as normal, I see.
The sun's getting real low. Real low.
Come back to the jail. We'll get Dillison out, and then tonight we'll go finish this.
The adventure continues now.
You'll die every now and then. You'll die.
Every now and then I get a little bit natural one, and then I fail a critical check.
You'll die.
Every now and then I see people around a corner, and I wanna use perception to find them.
You'll die.
Every now and then I take a critical fumble, then I break my fucking axe on the ground.
You'll die.
Bright eyes. Every now and then I die.
Hello, everyone.
Good luck editing that, whoever's doing that. Fuck you,
All
Nelson.
the hits. Welcome to the Danger Club podcast. Once again, for our second week running, coming from the Secret Weapon in Stratford, London, our favourite gaming pub. They didn't have. They had a limited selection of beer right now, so I picked just some bottles from the fridge for us to drink, which have turned out to be about 6%. So sorry if this episode gets a little bit wild, but it's not what we were quite intended to do. But some exciting things have happened in the world of the Danger Club podcast, in that we have leveled up.
Yeah.
First time in this adventure, everyone has hit level 2. It's a big part of any adventure. So if you play any of these role-playing games, as you kill stuff, as you solve things, as you advance, your character gains experience points. You know this if you've played any kind of computer game. When you hit a certain level, you get a new level. You get loads of new stuff, new toys, your numbers go up. So we're going to go around everyone, and I just want to know what new cool stuff you got as part of your level up. Now, I don't want to know about your hit points. I don't care if your perception score went up by 2 points or anything like that. Forget your numbers. Just cool new stuff that you can do. Fulton, let's start with you. Ross, what can Fulton do now?
So I can do intimidating prowess. So basically, because my charisma is so low, I can now use my strength modifier to in turn off my charisma mod in intimidation, so I can shout at people and use my strength modification, which is much better because I'm much stronger than I am anything else.
Amazing, fantastic. Caragor, what have you got for new toys?
Caragor's got trap finding, so he's now got the potential ability to find traps wherever they may be, and also to disable them, and also gets a bonus to save against them if they go off in his face.
And right before going into a warehouse possibly full of traps.
Sort of convenient.
Sensible.
It's worth knowing I could have chosen something else, but I might have chosen this one because we don't have anybody who can do that in the party, and anybody who's played one of these kind of games before, they know that's basically suicide.
I'm still gonna get you. Colin, what's M got? Anything new?
M's got a couple of crazy things actually. Yeah, he's got fast movement.
Right, nice.
So a Blood Ranger's base speed is faster than his normal by his race by 10 feet.
Super quick.
Apparently.
Yep.
So that's pretty sick. I've also got a uncanny dodge, which means I can react to danger before my senses would normally allow M to do. So, and I can't be caught flat-footed anymore.
Really helpful
Which
if you
is
get ambushed.
really helpful,
Really,
yeah. I've also got
uncanny
some-
dodge.
oh, sorry.
Really nice ability.
Yeah, real nice ability. I've also got a controlled blood rage. as
Cool.
well.
This is something that's coming because you're an urban blood rager, right? You've
That's
got
right.
So there are some of the classes have these things called archetypes. They're like templates that you can put on top of the class that just change some of the core abilities a little bit. And Emma's got a couple of these that make him a little bit different. So what does your control blood rage do versus a normal blood rage?
Well, it just means that I can control it a little bit more,
Okay.
and I don't have to I can still go off in a bit of a crazy mood and start like tearing things apart, but I can control what that is, and I can sort of not mash up the place. If
Nice.
you like.
Good
Do
to
you know what I
know.
mean? Yeah.
Shania, have you got some new exciting stuff?
Yes, I do. And I was looking for new heal spells. There weren't many about. So instead,
Oh god.
I took Aspect of the Bear. Yeah, I did. That's right. Basically means I get sort of bonuses to grappling. I can run at people and knock them over like a bear, and generally be a bit beary.
General
General bear. I can bear down on people. I can bear up. I can bear with it. And I can have a bare amount of things if I want. I got that, and I've also got spider climb. I thought it looked nice and creepy.
So you get to be like Spider-Man, basically.
Yeah. Spider bear.
Spider bear, yeah.
I'm Spider bear now.
Spider bear, Spider bear.
He doesn't like to share.
Oh my goodness. And James is also here. So, starting the game. Every time.
Wow.
Every
Velda
time.
alive.
I'm sorry. James, what does Velda get this level?
Nothing nearly so exciting as all of
Okay.
that spider bear nonsense. But I do, as a level 2 wizard, get more spells and more cantrips, which is the lifeblood of any spellcaster, is actually what you can do. So hopefully a bit less standing at the back shooting a crossbow and a bit more zowie.
Bit of zowie.
That was a spell for anyone else.
What spell is it?
Well, you'd have to find out. I mean, I was going to leave that, but I've learned a couple more spells as well that I've sort of added to my spell book. You've got to imagine that Velda's got a book, a classic spell book, and in that are the spells that he knows. And at the beginning of the day, I can prepare spells from that spell book. So my spell book's got a bit fatter, and I can cast a bit more during the day.
PH fat.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask you actually. So, do you have more spells than the ones that you've just spoken about in your book? It just depends on which ones you prepare each day.
Exactly.
Right.
Yes. So, but if I haven't prepared them at the beginning of the day, I cannot use them. It's like sitting in the morning reading
Yeah.
a spell book on the toilet,
So-
sort of learning his spells.
Same kind of thing. I think with Shania, like those two are the two that I've prepared for today, for this, for the next sort of encounter in the level up. But there are others that I could pick on a separate day.
That's right. Yeah, druids have a big pool of spells that they can choose from every day, more than a wizard. But the wizard spells are individually more powerful, and there's no upper limit to the number of spells that a wizard can add to their spell book. So Velda, if you happen to come across a spell book from another wizard, or if you find scrolls or just other kind of arcane knowledge, then you can add that to your spell book. So wizards, as they go, they start slower and then they become a lot more powerful later on.
Drum,
we do.
You've got as your druid, as you said, you don't have any healing spells. Do you, as your first level
I've got cure light wounds.
Right, okay,
Good.
just check.
That is still in there.
need that.
I'm not, no. I was looking for a more powerful
No, it's all
one.
about bears.
I was looking for a more powerful one, and I couldn't find one, so I've stuck with cure light wounds. That is prepared. Don't worry.
Yeah.
These two are just the two new ones that I've
Nice.
added in today because I can.
You're gonna have to wait a couple of levels, and then you'll find you'll start getting some pretty nice healing spells. Pretty nice. So we have one important decision to make before we get into this. Who's taking the wand of cure light wounds?
Well, I am a wizard, and I did check this, and I can just use it. So I don't need any rolls. I can just because I'm a wizard.
It's an arcane. It's an arcane wand. So yes, it is. It is Veldo that can use it.
Touch wood as well. I hopefully should be out of the front line, so not in a pool of my own blood and shit at the front. Hopefully.
If you are holding the wand, then you would be touching wood, right?
Hey! There we are.
And on that bombshell.
Sorry, yeah, no, go on.
Yeah, we good?
I was just checking what spell list do you cast from? Is it arcane or divine?
I'm on the arcane. Yeah, so
So you could use the wand as well.
I could do, actually. But my handle magic device at the moment is my use magic device is
Yeah, you are an arcane caster, but you haven't actually. You don't have any spells yet. You have to get to level 4 before you unlock your magic. So I'm not convinced you can use it just yet. So we will. We'll have to see. But for the moment, it is Velda that is carrying that wand. And with that, let's dive into this. Let's get into this adventure. So you have. You've talked to the sheriff. The sheriff is believed, after some work, has believed your account of what happened at Brighton Manor. Bovius Moncolio was trying to frame you for the murder of Arnahim Brayton and his family. But you've cleared your names and have been asked, as one final favour to the town of Ilsurian, to go to Bovius Moncolio's place of business, Ilsurian Shipping and Storage, where Sheriff Faldane suspects, and where you suspect, the shiver trade may be located, and the final clue that will lead you to Keeneth, Keenan, Unami, Unagi.
Do you even know what their names are?
Yeah, I know exactly what their names. I know exactly what their names are.
What are they then?
You'll find out.
on next
No, we won't. I think that's the point. We won't. We'll find out and then we'll forget.
Yeah, you may.
Yeah, there's a siren. We're in East London, everyone. So if you hear anyone shouting, screaming,
but it's
like,
we're doing a fantasy thing, so it's actually like a mystical siren. She's like an evil woman on the cliffs, being like, "Come to my dogs."
if someone's screaming, it's just part of it. You know, we are in East London, so
the atmosphere of living in East London. Yeah, I know how it's pronounced, as would anyone who had listened to the early episodes of, I don't know, the Danger Club podcast, where it is set.
Nah, it was never mentioned.
But,
No, don't remember it.
But we will see as we get into it. So we pick up where we left off. So you've slept for 8 hours, but you went to sleep kind of in the morning because the whole thing at the manor house happened within the early hours of the morning. So by the time you get up, it is night time now. And it is pretty dark getting on, and you are getting up and preparing yourselves to go out on your mission.
Caragor's got he's found some soot from someone. He's started daubing like black stripes underneath his eyes and across his cheekbone.
Commando orc, very nice.
And Velda's going to go over to Fulton and say, "Oh, Fulton,
Hey.
give us your accent."
Oh, you're going to fix it?
Yes, well, I said I would.
Ah, you're so nice.
2 gold pieces.
What? What do you mean 2 gold pieces?
Well, you're very free with your gold pieces. I thought,
gold pieces all the time.
Well, I might have given you 2 gold pieces.
You wouldn't.
Had you not already asked for 2 gold pieces?
You wouldn't have done.
Yeah, to be fair, mate, it's a trade. It's offering, you know.
What are you piping in for?
Well, I don't know. Can you see me? I've got my camo on.
I mean, yeah, you're just right in front of me.
Oh, I hide.
Well,
You attempt a stealth check directly in front of Fulton.
Do I make a perception or?
I'll let you roll it.
It's a natural one.
It's a natural one.
Get him out. Get him out, Scott. Just get him out of your system now.
Combined with the fact that that's an automatic fail if you try to stealth in front of someone that is watching you. The natural one just means that you are convinced that you are stealthed as you walk and hide behind a post.
Alright, fine. I'll give you 2 gold pieces because you're down on your luck anyway. I saw your shack where you did your fortune telling.
Shack, it was a tent.
Well, it was.
Yeah, you remember that?
Oh, don't start this about a tent. It's a perfectly good tent. I got it third hand. Yes, laugh it up. Laugh it up. Yes.
It's good to have a laugh before you go into battle, isn't it?
From behind. From behind a post, you can just hear a.
That were a real shit tent, mate.
Oh, I'm gonna be stealthed.
There you go.
Good. So 3 gold pieces. Yes.
No, 2. There you go.
All right. Velda takes his axe into a corner and then starts mumbling and incantating and mumbling and casts mend.
Gently stroking the shaft of the axe.
Yes, and gradually it becomes straighter and straighter.
As you watch Velda gradually just straighten your axe out with his magic, and he returns it to you as oh goodness, he returns it to you as good as new.
Hey! I slam it on the table.
Music underneath that.
Oh, I think we definitely need a little bit of sexy music over the axe. Sexy axe straightening music.
Fulton slams it on the table.
Love to straighten you, baby. Good.
I'm glad you got that sorted, lads. Otherwise, I'm sure Fulton, you'd have had an axe to grind for about another 2 days.
Oh.
Huh?
Cool.
So let's do it then. Danger Club.
Before we head out, so Shania has been communing. So they had a rest.
Yeah.
And she got up and she had a meditation moment. She's been communing with nature. And we're about to go out into the night. That's correct.
Ah, yes.
So while she was communing with nature, she got an overwhelming feeling that she should remove the bandages. Now this is partly because she feels comfortable in the Danger Club with the people that she's met, partly because she feels like she's going to be more effective during the night if her dark skin is rather than her.
If you can't hear that, we're laughing because someone's bibbing outside.
You're taking your bandages off, mate. Yeah, go on, out bandages off.
Get your Drow out.
Yes, that's right. The lady took her bandages off. All right.
They seem to be bibbing every time drum pauses as well. It's like brilliant. Good timing. Anyway, carry on.
Okay, so she emerges for the adventure, for the ensuing adventure, unbandaged, but still, I mean, she's still got her robes on, right? She's not naked. Yeah. Dirty mind.
So how would we know that she's got her bandages off because she's still in
her
her
face can be seen. I mean, her hood is just a hood, and the shrouds are just shrouds.
So just on a point here, now they're fairly well known in D&D circles, things like that. Most people are fairly clear on there. But just for anyone who doesn't know what a Drow looks like, what does a Drow actually look like?
Dark skin. Yeah, sort of purpley.
Do you have the white hair?
And also, Shania in particular, as I've explained before, has some red scarring, white hair, red eyes. She's 6'2", and like an elf, but
Okay.
darker.
Interesting enough, just as a physical compare up there, she does sort of tower over Caragor, who is sort of short for a half-orc.
Yeah.
How tall is
Well, actually, in the actual height category on my character sheet, I'd actually just written, "Aren't you a little short for a half-orc?" So
Excellent.
imagine your average half-orc, and then just reduce that by about half a foot.
Nice.
What's an average half-orc?
Yeah, for people.
Probably about 6 foot.
Right. Okay.
Just on that, Velda's about 6 foot. I think you're the tallest person in the party.
Really?
So, yeah, I'm 6 as well. Yeah, 6 foot.
Well.
Well, M6. I'm not.
Don't know what that means.
I don't know how to cope with it. We lost Gary, we've lost Steampunk Death, we're losing all of the tropes.
It's all being
There's
stripped
still a
away,
bit of
isn't it?
death going on. Don't worry about that.
Still a bit of death.
Yeah.
It's like a
There's
death
some
onion, isn't it?
scars. Still look reasonably terrifying, I'd say, but
Fulton goes over to Shania and just puts his hand on her like forearm.
I was really. I'm glad.
That was crucial information.
Winking with your hand did not look like a forearm.
No,
That was different kind of.
Actually, Drow's breasts are on their forearms.
Little known fact.
Gives like a nod to Shania, just like that she's like comfortable enough to remove her bandages.
She nods back.
No.
Maybe with a little weird, awkward, winky smile, which is the kind of thing she's never done before, but feels like it's the kind of thing that she should do.
Caragor
She makes a noise as she does it.
Caragor definitely wants in on this action and starts nodding and also winking to both Fulton and Shania. He's not quite sure why, but
Fulton then looks at Caragor and then nods at him as well.
Shania looks over at Velda, nods.
Yeah, Velda gives a bit of a nod.
Caragor looks at Fulton and then back at Velda and shakes his head at Velda.
Fulton looks at Velda and also shakes his head as well, no, like with a no.
Velda gives him the finger. Velda says, Shania, thank you for... I just wanted to ask you about your scars. It's fascinating.
Oh my goodness, yes, of course. Yes, this is exactly what I was pitching to speak to you about. This is what brought me to the party in the first place. Good, very exciting.
Oh, good. Well, we'll talk about it later. I'm not sure we've got time now. Is everyone ready?
Yeah.
Hey!
Danger Club Commando.
Wait, now, just as I'm clear, so we're going down to the docks.
I just mean that I'm in fact going commando underneath my kilt.
That's disgusting.
So we're gonna...
So we haven't established, are we definitely calling ourselves the Danger Club?
I think we've mentioned it a couple of times.
I thought we were the
feels good
Danger
to me.
Quellers.
Alright, let's take a little vote. All those in favour of the Danger Quellers, raise their hand.
Fulton puts his hand up.
All those in favour of the Danger Club, raise their hand.
Fulton puts his hand up.
Velda puts his hand up.
Apparently
Shania puts his
everybody
hand up.
else.
Her hand up.
His hand up.
Well, that settled it then. Fulton, you can't vote on two. I don't care about democracy and bureaucracy. Just fucking call yourself what you want. Caragor kicks the door open.
Wait, now, before we go anywhere, just to be clear, now the sheriff, no, this is important. So we just go in there and kill everyone?
No, we surely have to sneak in first.
Well, no, but we're not trying to capture anyone or anything like that. She just said we've got to sort out the problem, yes?
Well, I think we need to keep some of them alive at least.
You've got your bloodlust in you now, haven't you?
Well, it's just easier, isn't it? We just kill all the fuckers.
We
We're
need
done.
to keep
And then we can rob the place.
alive, just so we can question them.
Oh, yes.
Definitely, Fulton, Moncolio's wife, will need her to testify and that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, his wife's there, isn't she?
Yeah, she said the wife was down there as well.
Yes, she did, didn't she? Yes.
The wife runs the curiosity shop next door to the shipping business.
All right, should we go?
Yeah, this is the time.
All right. So you set out into the night, walking with a purpose in sort of slow motion style through the streets of Ilsurian. Everyone is already in bed, so Shania's appearance does not draw any attention from anyone. Those few people that you pass, it's too dark for them to really see what is going on, and you make your way down to the docks district. You pass by the tree where you found the body of Fulton Legg strung up, and find yourselves standing in front of a pair of buildings down on the waterfront. There is a large warehouse with a sign above the door saying Ilsurian's Shipping and Storage, and there is a smaller shop just next door to it that just says Curiosity Shop.
Can I?
Yes.
Can Velda make a knowledge local check, please, to just about the general area, about any potential assets, routes, things like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh wow, that's really good. That's a 27.
27. So you know that the main route down here is along the riverside, along the lakeside. You don't really know these bits. You know of these buildings. You've maybe popped in and poked around the Curiosity Shop, not found anything of any real interest to you in there. You've never been in the warehouse, obviously. You've got no reason to. But yeah, generally what happens is ships will stop off here, or sometimes wagons unload. It all gets put in the warehouse. the Moncolios store it, and then it gets offloaded onto either other ships or wagons heading off to other cities.
Right.
But you haven't been in here yourself, and you don't know whether there are sort of other access points to it. You wouldn't have, even with knowledge local, you wouldn't have. You've not heard of any like special secret entrances.
No,
or things.
no, but just sort of generally.
Yeah.
Very well, then Velda relays this to the team.
All right, Vel, that's good to know. Now then, I could take a little look in the dark all around these, see if I can find us a little less obvious way in, apart from the front door. What do you think about that?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
All right.
Yeah, good plan.
We'll wait here.
Caragor would like to hide and then scout around as much as he can within a safe distance from being spotted, just to see what he can see around the building from the shadows.
Okay, yeah, you can do that. So you have a little wander around the building. Go ahead and make a stealth check.
I don't think I'll let me get away with that without doing a stealth check.
That's all right, because you already rolled a 1, so this is going to be a 8.
Which is in total 14.
14, okay. Pretty solid roll. Okay, you make a quick lap of the warehouse and the curiosity shop. There's a small alleyway in between both of them. And you kind of keep a good look around for both of them. You find that the warehouse has effectively three entrances. At the front, where everyone is standing, on the left-hand side of the building, so we'll say the western end of that facing wall, there is a small door which seems to be like a sort of shop entrance. To the right of that and the warehouse, there are a big set of double barn doors, which are like the main loading doors. They're currently closed because it's nighttime. Likewise, then you go around then you do a lap of the warehouse, and you find on the eastern wall, right to the north, so right at the far back of it, there is one small door right at the back of the warehouse that looks like some kind of utility door. It is unmarked. Likewise, you do the same with the curiosity shop. There is a shop door at the front, which is currently closed as the shop is shut, and there is another door again on the eastern side, right at the back. There is another door that is closed.
I made my way back to the guys.
Okay.
I tried to creep up on Veldone.
Velda, make a perception check.
Oh, no, that would be a 10.
You successfully creep up on Velda.
Fucking idiot.
Yeah, from the shadows.
That was good, Caragor.
That was good,
Caragor.
That's good. So, yes,
All right,
lads. What did you find?
I found around the eastern side there's a tiny utility door that leads into the warehouse. I reckon it's small, but I'm going to check it, see if it's trapped. Right, I'm going to try this new thing. I was wondering if you lads want to be sort of stealthy about it as well, then maybe you can check it for magical things. Velda, can you do that?
Yeah, I could detect magic. Yes.
Thing is, how are you lot quite savvy with being stealthy?
I mean, I can try.
Yeah.
Yes, why not? Fuck it. I'm feeling bold.
Don't believe you.
Yeah. I have maybe some little bits of stealth inside of me.
Velda tries to sneak to the utility door with a natural 20.
Yes.
I am the knight.
Are you
Like
going to go
the
for
wind,
it, Fulton? Or are you going to stay here?
To the utility door. This is the utility door on the warehouse or on the curiosity shop? I'm sorry.
On the warehouse.
On the warehouse, okay.
When I get there, just to queue up another action, I'm just going to cast Detect Magic very quietly on the door to see if there's anything magical.
The door is not magical.
Brilliant.
Just to check, the curiosity shop, that's where his wife works.
That's where his wife
It's
works.
closed at the moment, isn't it? It's not.
It's closed at the moment. Yeah. It's
that's
not.
why. Just to make sure we're all.
I'll tell you what.
Shania is thinking about
Natural 20. Did you roll natural 20?
Natural 20 as well.
Nice.
So what are you doing with that natural 20? You're joining Velda?
Joining Velda for the stealth.
Oh, I've gone back to there as well.
You've gone back
into these guys.
With a liquid shadow.
They have to obviously follow me because obviously I know where it is.
That's
Yes, I thought that was a provision.
Shania is going to spider climb up the side of the building and see if you can see in from the top if there's like any sort of
you cast
rooftop
spider
stuff.
climb and you clamber up the side of the warehouse. There are some windows right on the top level. There are no windows on the ground level. You peering through one of the windows. you see inside the main part of the warehouse is it's a 2-story building, but it's completely open up to the roof like a barn, so it goes right up to the rafters. There are boxes stacked along most of all sorts of places around the warehouse. There are piles of crates and boxes. There are shelves all along the sides with various crates and things stored on them. A gantry hangs about 15 feet from the ground. It hangs from chains the full length of the room, but there are ropes hanging down from it that can be used to haul items up onto the gantry. You looking around, you can see that there are currently 3 people standing on the gantry. They are busy just hauling up crates. They appear to be working, doing some unloading. A ladder runs down from the gantry to the ground. In each corner, in 2 of the corners of the room, so in the northeast corner and the southwest corner, a corner of the room has been kind of walled off and had a flat roof put on it to make rooms, offices. So from what you can gather from where they are, the one in the northeast, that room, that probably connects to the door that some of your colleagues have just gone round to at the back. The other room connects to the small door at the front that looks like a shop entrance. That's what you can see from up here.
Who am I so
you're not close to anyone because you are currently about 25 feet up the wall.
Fulton's still in
what I mean is, are they split? The party is
split. Fulton is standing below you in the street. Everyone else has disappeared off around the corner.
So I'm going to crawl down, tell Fulton what I've seen from the inside, and tell him to relay that to the fellas, and then I'm going to climb back up to my position.
Okay, you climb back up to your position.
There goes our stealth.
You reckon you can probably... there is a window near the gantry, so you could probably get to that and be able to get out onto the gantry where the men are.
Right.
But that is going to need a stealth check to get close to that.
Okay, what about crawling in through the window I'm looking in and sort of just going around?
Again, that's going to need a stealth check because they've got an eye line to you if you do that. It's dark, so it might, so I might be able to crawl in through the window and hang on to the roof against you. Okay, I'll do a stealth thing. Okay, so Fulton, what are you doing first?
Are you going to go stealthy as well?
Well, I'm really bad at it, but I guess in character I would just do it.
Would you, or would you just smash down the door?
Yeah, so there's a door. I'm going to knock on the door.
So in front of you there is there's a huge set of barn doors which are like main doors for it, and there's like an office door to the left of that which looks like the sort of entrance.
I'm going to knock on the door.
You knock on the door.
The warehouse.
Can we see this?
No, you are around the back of the warehouse while this happens. There's a pause, and you hear footsteps from the inside, and then a spy hole opens in it, and you see a man's eyes looking back out at you. He goes, "What? Where is it?"
It's me down here. Look, down here.
Where are you? Oh, you're down there.
Yeah.
A dwarf.
Hey, what's your name?
My name's Fedris.
Can I make a perception check and see if I can hear this from the back?
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check.
Oh, really? I thought we were...
well, I've got good ears, haven't I? So
yeah, it's going to be a tough one. But
yeah, it is. I got 23.
23. You can hear voices from around the front, but you can't make out what's being said.
All right, okay.
What you want? We're closed.
Oh, I really needed some stuff.
What kind of stuff? You want to talk to that fella in the alleyway out the back of the tavern if you're after the good stuff.
No, I was looking for some shiver.
Can't help you, mate. He closes the thing.
I knock on it again.
He pulls it back. Hello? Oh, it's you again.
Oh, come on, mate. I've got gold pieces to spare if you gave me some shiver.
What's your name?
Smolton.
Smolton there.
Nice.
Yeah, good.
Are you alone, Smolton?
Aye?
Go ahead and make a bluff check for me.
Molten Bentax.
Oh, 6.
Fucking hell.
Might be able to help you out, Smolton. I tell you what, just wait right there for me. The door thing closes again. You hear footsteps moving away. Shania, you push open the window and crawl through the
Shall I do a stealth check?
Go ahead and make a stealth check for me, please.
Okay. Assume we'd have got to the door.
You are all at the door at this point, and we'll jump back in time a couple of seconds.
12.
Okay.
A 12 for Shania on that. So as the as the guy closes the thing, you start crawling through the window and jump back a few seconds. All of you are standing by the door.
Velda would like to message, which is a new cantrip that I've got here, where I can whisper a message to one recipient and they can whisper a one-line response back. And I'm going to whisper to Fulton and say, "Where are you? What are you doing?"
You hear this in your head, Fulton, as if it's being whispered to you, and you can reply.
Oh.
Is the reply to your spell.
Velda message again. Don't just go, oh. Like, you can say anything you want back to me. It's Velda.
Oh.
Were you born a fucking idiot? What are you doing?
Oh, I was knocking on the door. I was going to knock on the door. Is this before I knocked on the actual...
No, just after you finish knocking.
I've knocked on the door to see if I could get in.
But I thought you were sneaking in.
Oh, I can't sneak.
I relate to Caragor and MZ.
Okay.
He's knocking on the door.
Caragor's busy trying to find traps on the door. He sort of sucks his teeth and sort of grimaces and sort of cocks his head side to side as if to say, "Well, that might be okay, actually, lads. Let me just check this door."
So that's a perception check, which I roll for you because you're checking for traps. So you don't know how good your score is. I will roll and tell you whether you think you found any traps or not, and then it's up to you to open the door or not. So what is your perception score?
My perception is 5 currently.
Okay, cool. You find no evidence of traps on the door. However, you do ascertain that the door is locked.
I would like to unlock it very stealthily and quietly.
Okay, go ahead. It's a disable device check. You can make that yourself.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. You put some... do you have any lockpicks or just using improvised tools?
No, I'm using improvised tools.
Okay, cool. So you put your your dagger into the lock and manage to turn it, and you hear a click.
Fuck's sake.
You open the door, and standing in the room, it looks like a bedroom. As you open it, there is a sort of a mattress lying on the floor. There is a box that is full of sort of a few meager possessions, and turning around the room to see to look straight at you as you open the door is a skulk wearing a loincloth, holding a smoking mug of tea on which it says, "My name is Keemeth." At the very same moment, one of the men on the gantry turns and looks straight at you as you are crawling through the Shania. As you're crawling through the window, looks straight at you and screams, "What the hell is that?" And Fulton, you hear footsteps running away from the door, and we are going to roll for initiative.
Yes.
Oh, there it is.
There we go.
Nice pastiche there. It was nice.
Things are going down.
Yeah, they are.
Keeneth.
Unagi.
Keemeth, isn't it?
Kenneth.
Like a keema,
Keemeth.
but with an egg at the end. We still don't know. He's just told us, and we still don't know.
We need to take that mug for evidence.
Keemeth.
At least then we'll know, you see. We'll know how we spell his name.
Kymeth.
That's why I had
Kymeth.
Oh, Kymeth.
Kemeth.
Still undecided.
I had Keemoth.
Yeah, that's wrong.
That's not bad, is it?
Keemoth.
Keemoth, like a moth made entirely out of keys.
I'm a keyboard.
Cling, 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 cling. I would like the lights. Cling, cling, ow, cling, 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 cling.
Sounds like a DC character.
Yeah. Keemoth. Swirl by dusty wings.
Bless you, Dan.
I'm going to unlock this mystery.
By killing people.
Alright, here we go.
All right. So,
Let's get this geezer.
right. Who has got over 20?
Oh, yeah.
Insane.
What do you have, Shania?
21.
Nice. Okay, 21 for Shania. Anyone got 15 to 20?
I do.
Yeah, so does Velda, unusually.
Okay, Caragor, what you got?
20.
20 for Caragor and Velda.
19 for Velda.
19 for Velda.
That works out because I
Works
came
out
through
nicely.
the door first.
Yeah,
That's nice.
Yep. Weird how often that happens.
Yeah.
Initiative rolls tend to mirror. If you drop something or you make the clanger, you tend to go last.
Like
Weirdly.
when I rolled that natural 1, I was trying to hide in front of Fulton just now.
Yeah, there you go, exactly that.
The
That's
dice
why we
know.
love this game.
The dice know.
Okay. Anyone get between 10 and 15?
Yes, Fulton got 12.
Fulton gets a 12 for Fulton.
You're going to start running again, Fulton. See you tomorrow.
Okay. M, what you got?
7.
A 7 for
Yeah.
M.
Lucky number 7.
Okay,
Hopefully.
not necessarily last.
Yeah.
All
You
right.
too, last mate.
So the first person to act is Keemeth.
Shit, dude.
The initiative
you're-
of 26.
Jesus!
Just remind us where we are. So
So
Caragor's at the door, isn't he?
Caragor is at the door. M, you are standing just behind him. And that is and Velda is stood just to the side
And then
of you as
Fulton's
well.
at the front
And
door.
Fulton is round at the front door. Shania is somewhere up on the wall, climbing in from an upper story window. Majorly split party. So we
Wow.
have to keep track of where everyone is.
from the door, can we see Shania? Is
No,
it like a
because
big
you are
warehouse?
the area that you are in is like a walled off little extra
Oh, yeah,
room
sorry,
at the
yeah,
side.
you're
So there is another door. There's an internal door in this room that you imagine goes into the main warehouse.
Got it, yeah.
And to make it nice and simple, Keemeth drops his coffee mug on the ground, which smashes as he does. Turns,
Yeah, I was just thinking that. Yeah.
turns and runs for the door, grabbing a short sword out of off the wall, and just opens the door and runs into the warehouse and out of sight.
It's all right. We stopped him from running away altogether.
Yeah, that's
Because I reckon he'd just done the other one out.
that's something. So Shania, from where you are on the wall, you see a door open and a figure in a loincloth dart out and then disappear behind a pile of boxes. And you also see the 3 guys up on the gantry who have all seen you.
All right. So I'm going to scuttle along the roof.
Oh, it's horrible.
Like that. And try and can I see him behind the boxes if I scuttle across?
To get to be able to see the
Yeah.
figure. So it would be maybe if it's a double move to do it. You could do it, but you wouldn't be able to do anything else, and it would put you 10, 15, 20. Yeah, you could get directly above where he is, but it's a double move, and that's all you'll be able to do this turn.
Would I be able to say anything?
Yeah, you can say stuff.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Do I want to say anything? It's a good question.
I mean, don't worry about blowing your cover at this stage. That ship has sailed.
Okay, so I'm going to scuttle along the wall till I can see him and go, "Excuse me, we have some questions for you."
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Okay. That's 16.
16. You scuttle. You speed along the roof over the gantry and get above the crates that you saw the figure disappear behind. The figure is gone. You've lost sight of them.
Damn.
Broke line of sight to you, and they have vanished. Caragor, it is now your go.
My go gone then. So Caragor bounds across the bed straight to where that exit was.
Okay.
And goes. I assume it's taking half a movement to get there or something like that. So I still got some movement.
Yep,
So
still got a bit of movement left. So there are piles of crates all around. As you merge into the warehouse, you see the same thing that the others saw. You see a gantry hanging 15 feet above the ground, about halfway across the warehouse. 3 guys stood up on it. And you see, you see Shania, just like Spider-Man on the ceiling, turning her head round to look down at you.
I can't see Keemeth.
You can make a perception check to try and spot Keemeth.
13.
13, you can't see him.
Fuck! Fuck! Fuck!
Are you annoyed?
Old
I think
Iron
it's Scott's-
Fang die.
Yeah.
You took that well.
Is there? Can I?
What would you like to do?
I'd like to blindly grapple into the space that I believe that Keemeth is in.
Okay.
Does that mean you blind yourself and then just go grappling in there?
I'd like to launch myself clothesline-like.
Okay.
And if I hit something, I'll grapple it, and if I don't, I'll just land.
Okay,
quietly.
there are 3 piles of crates within sort of lunging distance of where you are. There is one to the south. There is one to the west, and there is one to the north. So one to your right, one to your left, and one directly in front of you.
Caragor just very briefly goes into his mind palace. Oh, I've gone to the south. I've come out there. It's not across the bed, so obviously it's gone the opposite way. I'm going to go north.
North. Okay, you turn north and lunge at the thing. You hit nothing. There is nobody there. You just stumble into a pile of crates, which takes us to Velda's go.
Right. Velda comes sort of creeping up as quick as he can and goes on the opposite side. Comes up behind the doorway leading into the main warehouse.
Yep.
The room, how big's the room?
The small room,
Yeah.
it's only sort of 15, 20 feet across.
15,
It's a
20 feet.
Small room, 15 feet across.
And he's going to look out the door and just see what he can see.
Okay.
So can I make a perception check to see if I
go ahead
can
and
notice
make a
anything?
perception check.
7.
Okay, so again, you see 3 thugs up on the gantry, looking down, beginning to notice all of you running around out there. But you do, and you see your companions, but you do not see any sign of Keemeth.
Okay, do they notice me?
You're pretty sure they've noticed you.
Okay. Then I'd like to cast a spell, if that's possible.
Go ahead. What would you like to cast?
I'm going to cast a Ray of Frost.
Ray of Frost.
Yes, I'm going to cast a Ray of Frost at one of the thugs.
Okay, go ahead and make a ranged touch attack.
Oh, that's...
You got to hit first.
Getting very excited here. Oh, it's a natural 20.
Natural 20, critical threat.
There we go.
Against the thug. So roll to hit again.
What do I use
So
my base?
you're adding your dex bonus at this point.
My dex bonus. Well, that would make it 13.
13 against the touch AC, critical hit.
Yes!
You hit him with a critical, so grab yourself a critical card off the top of the deck.
Okay.
That's a fumble, so it's that one, that's it. And you want the spell crit.
The magic. Okay. Oh, this is a terrible, terrible thing that's just happened right here. This is. I'm just going to point out to everybody, we don't use these cards very often, as you know. We have no idea what happens in them. This is terrible. I deal double damage, and myself and the target switch places.
Oh my god!
Transposition.
Double
Spell
damage.
crit.
I mean, and putting it, the Ray of Frost is one of my cantrips. It's kind of like, I don't know, throwing an ice cube at someone. So there we go.
Okay, go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay, well, here's my damage. Be high. Okay, well, that's a 4 damage.
So double to 8 damage.
No. That is 2. It's a cantrip.
Oh, so it's half. It's only a D2.
It is only a D2. So,
okay.
well, it's a D3.
D3. Okay, so 2 damage.
I do.
So 4 points of damage.
4 points of damage, and I go and end up on the gangway.
You, Velda runs into the thing, says some words, and blasts a ray of freezing energy up at one of the guys on the gantry. It hits the unfortunate worker who begins to just freeze in place, and then Velda suddenly vanishes. There's a flash, and suddenly the guy is stood in the room that Keemeth was in, right next to you, Em, basically, looking completely confused and stagger around breathing. Velda, you find yourself standing on a swinging gantry next to 2 other people.
Oh shit!
15 feet off the ground.
Shit!
Magic's weird. It's their go.
Oh shit!
Shit!
The
Shit, guys!
Oh my goodness!
You did, honey.
The right. So the men up on there. The first guy up on the gantry goes ahead and.
How is that a good thing? Why on earth?
Why would that ever be a good thing for a critical?
Yeah,
you got
goes
high
on to
ground.
Swap position with.
If you got the higher ground, then you're bound to win. Remember?
Yeah.
Episode-
Yeah, but if you're casting something at someone far away, you're just going to whop out of your party and blap somewhere completely terrible, like it's just happened.
Don't do it. I've got the higher ground. Remember all that?
Yeah, it's over, Anakin.
That's what you should say to those guys now as they murder you.
Yeah.
The first one, who's right near you, pulls out a dagger and throws it at you.
Okay.
That is going to be a miss. It's only a 6 to hit.
Oh, no.
You duck. The dagger just bangs off one of the boxes nearby. The other one, who's at the top, who is holding a large ceramic jar, just turns and throws the jar. Off the gantry. It lands on the floor, smashes, and a sort of silvery, mercury-like liquid pours out of it onto the ground and starts wriggling around.
Wriggling around.
Wriggling.
Yeah. The guy who is on the ground, who you switch places with, is completely baffled. But looks around, sees M, draws a short sword, and runs over to attack MZ. And that is going to be a miss. That is only a 7 to hit. So M, you catch the blade on your own longsword as he runs at you, easily defending against him. So a pretty successful thing there. The Fulton, from inside the room, you hear the sound of a door open and then a door close. And then it is your go.
So, all I can hear is like scuffling, or
You've now started to hear the sound of shouts of you heard a shout of "What the hell is that?" from inside, and now you've started to hear the sounds of. You heard the sound of Velda casting a spell.
Fulton runs towards the door, trying to bash it down.
Trying to bash the door. Okay, so that is going to be a strength check against the door.
Natural 1.
Have you bent your axe again? Maybe you have.
You run full pelt into the
Nothing
door
to
and
do
bruise
with
your
all your
shoulder. The
strength.
door does not budge even an inch. Good work, Fulton.
Yep.
Do you want to say anything?
Ow!
Okay. Let's go more Fulton. M.
All right. So this geezer's just done whatever.
Okay.
So M would like to. He's got his sword out, hasn't he? He's just,
Yep, you got your sword
got
out
that.
already.
So I think I'm just going to go and take a swipe at him with the
Okay,
long sword.
go for it.
Now I haven't actually got the bits for the long sword
To hit
there.
with the longsword, so
Yeah.
it'd be the same as your 9-ring broadsword,
Oh,
but you're
okay,
going to have a
great.
+1 to hit with it,
Okay.
and the damage is exactly the same.
Okay. Here we go.
But on
So-
19 and 20, it's a crit.
Well, 7. It's 11.
11, no good. He
No
managed
good.
to parry the blow with his own sword. So you're locked in a bit of a duel going on there.
Good roll.
Fulton, you hear the sound of panicked voices coming from somewhere within the thing. And that's all you hear for that one. Then it is the go of the weird silver shimmering slime.
Oh, shit, I knew
It
it.
begins crawling along the ground towards the corner of the room where all of you are gathered. It is slow, so it only makes it about half the way across the floor to where Caragor and M are currently stood. Mostly Caragor because he's in the open, but it is starting to crawl towards you all. Pretty nasty. Round 2.
Fight.
Perception check from Caragor, please.
Please, come on, please.
Shania is also trying to spot this guy, if that's what it's about.
Well, no, it's
It's
Caragor's
just
turn.
Caragor right now. It's
it?
just Caragor at the
10.
moment. A 10. Before you know what's happening, Keemith just appears next to you, his skin changing colour as he lunges at you with the short sword.
Shit.
Natural 1.
Yes.
So let's just see. Unfortunately, it's not a critical miss, not a fumble. He gets his second. Gets it with his second one, but he does miss you. He lunges out of the darkness at you with the sword and misses you.
Nice try, Keenan.
So he does not get a sneak attack against you.
But I can see him now.
Yeah, he says, "It's pronounced Kenneth."
Oh, I see ya, Kenneth. I see ya.
Shania, you see below you, you see the skulk just appear out of the shadows and take a lunge at Caragor and miss. You see the slime crawling its way slowly towards Caragor. You see a thug directly below you run into a room and you lose sight of him, but you can't see him.
Okay.
And you see Velda back on the gantry fighting 2 people.
I would like, I think, to...
Oh boy.
I'd like to try and set the moving liquid on fire by using spark.
Spark. Okay, tell us about spark.
Maybe. So spark means that I can use a spark to try and ignite a fire.
Okay. What is the range on spark?
Probably isn't going to work. Hold on, let's have a look. Okay, the range is 25 feet plus 5 feet per 2 levels. So
okay, yeah, that will
30 feet.
30 feet. Yes, that will get it. You can get it from there.
Okay.
From where you are. So you cast a spark at the ooze to try and set it alight. There's a flash of flame next to it, and a sort of hiss of some steam comes off it, but it does not ignite.
Okay.
It's not whatever it is not flammable.
Do I can I make a move?
You can move as well. Yep.
Can I fling myself towards Kemoth and try and grapple him?
You can, but you will. You may take falling damage because you will be falling. You will be falling 30 feet to the ground.
Yeah, I've got my feather fall.
You can cast feather fall. Yep. No, because you've already had an action this round, so you can't. It's an action to cast feather fall.
Okay.
You could, from where you are, you get about halfway down the wall from where you are, so you'd be sort of 15 feet from him in your next round, if you would like to do that.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, that's so cool. You clamber down along the ceiling and then down the wall a little bit to get a little bit closer to him. Okay. Caragor, it is now your go, and you are one-on-one with Kemoth.
Caragor sort of nods back at M and says, "Yeah, you got this, mate, haven't you? Bit busy here." And is it possible to take a 5-foot step to position Kenneth in between me and the oncoming ooze? Is that possible?
No, because you went north, you're right up against the wall, so both of you are kind of the same distance between it, and he's against the wall as well, so you'd have to get him away from the wall to get in between the two of you in between it.
How far away is the ooze?
The ooze is currently 15 feet from you.
Can I throw Kenneth into the ooze?
A reposition check.
I need to reposition myself? I can just grab him, can't I? We're in melee.
Yeah, it'd be a grapple. He'd get an attack of op against you as you try to grapple him. This is the danger.
Do it.
Well, danger is our first name.
Yeah, alright, fuck it, go on.
Alright,
Go on.
he takes a swing at you. Miss.
Yeah.
So go ahead and make a combat maneuver check.
Come on.
Go on.
20 total.
20, you have grappled him. So you managed to grab a hold of him. You have him in place. In your next turn, if you maintain the grapple, you will be then able to throw him at the ooze.
Can I just whisper to his ear?
Yeah.
That's how you do it, Kenneth. That's what you wanted to do, didn't it? Huh? You fucking skulky druggie, eh?
We do need to keep one of these alive, though, don't we?
Yeah,
interestingly, as you're now this close to him, and as he's appeared to you, you can see that he looks healthier than the skulks that you've seen before. He doesn't have the kind of sunken eyes and just emaciated appearance of the addicted skulks that you've seen.
Alpha Skulk, eh?
Don't get high in your own supply, do you, Kenneth? Oh, I see you, Kenneth. I see you.
Velda.
So Velda's up on the gangway and he sees out of the corner of the eye this oozing expand on the floor. Can I make a knowledge check to ascertain what the fuck that is?
Knowledge dungeoneering to identify.
Oh, is it? Good. So glad I didn't take a level in that. Okay. Well, it doesn't matter anyway. That's a 20.
Jesus, Velda.
You're rolling
very
so well.
I didn't roll a 20. I rolled a 16. I've already got plus one.
Very smart.
I'm the smarts.
Okay, so I can tell you, it is an alchemical creation. It is called a sanguine ooze. It acts like a swarm, if any of you know what a swarm is like, which means it doesn't make attacks. It just moves onto your space and tries to engulf you and do automatic damage to it. It is easy to hit and fairly weak. But once it gets on you, it can be very difficult to detach it. It is vulnerable to cold.
I, as my speech action, shout out, "It's a sanguine ooze! The thing leaking across the floor! It's alchemical! It's..."
Hold on.
Well, I'll kick the table.
Go again.
So Velda, as his speech action, shouts out, "It's a sanguine ooze! It's a alchemical creation! It's vulnerable to cold! Don't cut it on you!" And then, so I've got two guys in front of me. One of them panicked and chucked the vase.
Yeah, so they're sort of
Are they actually doing anything?
Yeah, one of them is throwing knives at you. The other one just threw the vase that was in his hands that had the ooze in it off the side and smashed it, and is now looks like he's going for his weapon. Yeah, you're pretty sure you've got their attention.
Right. In that case, I'm quite close to the guy near me.
Yeah, you are 10 feet from that guy.
10 feet. And just another quick question. Apologies for another question. We slept.
You did, yes.
I get Featherfall once per day.
Okay.
Does this count as a separate day?
Yeah, this is another day.
Brilliant.
Yeah,
okay. Even though it's kind of the same day.
Yeah,
but that's fine. So I am going to shock and grasp the guy in front of me. So I'm going to charge my fist with electricity and try and punch the dude. Is he carrying anything metal?
He is not carrying anything, not substantially. He doesn't have armor.
Okay. Very good. So I'm just going to try and whack the guy with not very good roll. Was it my dex?
No, it's your strength mod.
It's my strength, isn't it?
It's melee.
That'll be 5.
A 5. You step forward with your crackling, energized hand to take a swing at him, but he steps back, drawing his sword. Keemith is wrestling with you, Karagor, as the ooze crawls closer. The two men on the gangway, then Velda, advance on you, swords drawn, and that is where we leave it for tonight.
Oh, dear. Already? Damn, that went quick.
Dramatic visage, isn't it? An image that's quite dramatic altogether as one.
Yeah.